There has only been a few times in my life that I have ever called my shot. One of those times was seeing my wife across the room and just say to myself, I'm going to marry that girl. The other times was, no, that was pretty much it, to be perfectly honest with you. And I absolutely got lucky. I'm the luckiest guy in the world to have married such a beautiful woman. But at the end of the day, I also called, if you guys would remember back last year, that the fact that the NFL was not going to be able to handle the Miami Dolphins offense. And I hate being right mainly because I'm not really that right a lot in marriage. Just ask my wife. But anyway, you got to be really excited about what the Miami Dolphins offense did last year. And I think that that's only going to continue moving forward this year, especially if Tua stays healthy. I'm really praying for that this year. And if you see any pictures of him now, the dude looks like a linebacker. He's just stacked, and I really think that's going to translate. So why was I right last year? Well, last year you can see, yes, they were 9-8. They made the first round of the playoffs, which, by the way, they almost seemed to beat the Bills. Like that. Let's be real. That was kind of shocking. I don't think we can, really be anything but proud of him at that point for making it that far with a guy like Skylar Thompson, who I really liked coming out of the draft. I felt like he really put himself in a position where, yeah, he's going to have a place in the NFL for a really long time. He's going to be a solid player for a very long time, maybe just a backup quarterback, but I really like what I saw. But you'll see here last year, Tua Tagovailoa and the rest of this Miami Dolphins squad just balled out. Tua, if he was healthy, was 8-5 as a starter, but overall it did not go according to plan in terms of staying healthy. 25 touchdown passes, 8 interceptions, only 3,500 passing yards, over 3,500 yard passing yards, and only 13 games. 4 more games, this dude's looking at 30 touchdown passes and 4,000 yards, no cap. But overall, rushing and receiving, to me, really was the story here. By the way, this is all according to Pro Football Reference. But as a team, you ran for over 1,600 yards. You had 12 touchdowns on the ground. That's huge for a team that I felt like everybody just projects them drafting running backs. Devon Achane, is a guy that I think is going to help him out a lot in that regard. But yes, you had guys like Tyreek Hill that had over 100 catches. Also, Jalen Waddle, 2 guys combined that had over 3,000 receiving yards and 15 touchdowns. And I think it's only going to get better from here, especially when you look at who they got. So yes, Tua Tagovailoa is going to be back as that starter, and I'm really excited about it. So Raheem Mostert, Devon Achane, as we touched on. So yes, Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, Cedric Wilson, these guys are all going to be really a lot of fun. Also Elijah Higgins. The fact that this man is going to play tight end is kind of unfair. He at Stanford, he did not get the opportunity. I think he's going to be a guy you might want to pick up later on in fantasy football as the year goes on. But I'm really excited about it. Now this defense, we made a video about it last year about it being one of the most underrated defenses in the entire NFL. I think that's going to carry over to this year. I think as a unit, you really just saw a lot of dudes that were willing and able to be able to put pressure on the quarterback. Last year, what they get, like 40 sacks. They were putting pressure on the quarterback. For the most part, they were stopping their own. They were making plays. You really like this defense. Christian Wilkins is literally one of my favorite players in the NFL right now. The dude's hilarious, and he gets after it. So overall, also, Zach Seiler just never gets the credit he deserves. It's an absolute travesty, if you ask me. But overall, this team, to me, just shows a team that's coming for the NFL. I think they're the scariest team in the NFL right now that nobody is talking about. Are we just going to forget about the fact that, literally nobody could stop Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle throughout most of the season, especially when guys like Tua were just throwing the rock around. So I think Tua, with a full healthy year, another year with this offense, I think is only going to do him really good things. And quite honestly, like I said, I think the Miami Dolphins are coming for the NFL. They're going to be the scariest team. I'm putting it down again. I'm doubling down on the fact that this team is going to be scary. They're going to do some big-time stuff this year. I do expect them to take even a step forward into the playoffs and beyond. But let us know what you guys think. Make sure you guys like and comment down below. Also, remember to subscribe. If you comment, it helps people find the show, so we greatly appreciate that. But let us know what you guys think about the Miami Dolphins, who are coming for the NFL and are going to be the scariest team in the league.